Hi, my name is Christy Dunn, and I'm here to explain my infographic for our visual literacy unit. This infographic I created is for our students in transitional kindergarten through 6th grade who are participating in a program called Personalized Learning. We're going into our second year of implementation, and we'll use this infographic at back to school night, also in the classrooms, and while we're meeting and designing our learning plans with students. So all of the teachers that are participating in this classroom will be sharing this infographic with their students and families. We'll also have it posted on our district website and our school site website and in flyers around campus. So what this infographic does is it explains the whole process of personalized learning and what the student's role is in that, so that kids can understand how this is different than the way that we've set in structured classes before. So in personalized learning, we start by getting to know the student, and that car represents the student. So we get to know them both academically, where they are, and also personally. So what drives them and motivates them? How do they learn best? What are their family environment situations or their learning style and modality? And any other personal information that they may want to share, like their ambitions for the future, their goals short-term and long-term, and any other thing that makes them excited about life. So the card represents the students. So once we get to know the students in what we call the learner profile, we create a plan. And so the plan takes into consideration all the things that we learned about the kids, their academic data, and then everything about them personally. And then we use that information to start setting some goals. And so here you'll see a goal. The goal has to have a success measure. And once we determine what the goal should be with the student, so the student drives this plan. As you can see, they're driving down the road. So they drive this plan. They are setting goals that is measurable. And we're going to use the goal setting along with all the things that we learned about them. So that's the trees here. So this is just examples of some of the things that we would see in the learner profile that we learned about the kids. The one thing that we want to stress is that the speed limit is at their pace. So I put a speed limit sign here so that we could show that there's no set time like there was in traditional classrooms where you have to learn the lesson today, right now, along with everybody else. And even if you're not ready, we're moving on. So the plan allows them to set their speed limit, take into consideration all of the things and ways in which they learn things faster. And along the way, we'll do things that will help them achieve that goal. So there will be checkpoints with the teacher, or the student can also set these checkpoints. So I put a little sign here, because if they're having trouble or they're getting sidetracked or something in the plan isn't working correctly, then we can modify. And as they modify, they'll proceed with caution. So they'll be aware of all the things or the distractors that would help or that would prevent them from reaching their goal. So these distractors could be students that they interact with that take them off focus, or ways in which they learn information that might be difficult for them. And so we take note of those right here. And so this actual piece of paper, we would actually have a blank form like this that we're going to use with the students and fill out the ways in which they learn the best, which is the trees, how they're going to learn on the trees. We'll set their speed limit, and their goals will be measurable. And the students will know in advance, they will have designed their plan so that they can be more successful in school. And then the teacher sits down with them, and when they've reached their goal, or even if they haven't, they'll sit down and revise their learning plan, make modifications that are needed, and hopefully see a quicker pace of learning. So we're hoping that this visual helps explain and clarify the purpose of personalized learning and how we take all this information into consideration when we're planning for the success of our students in these classes.